Hello, welcome back. Today I'm gonna show you how to make Health Flask, similar like in Souls-like games. That's gonna be somewhere in the corner of your screen. You're gonna have maybe 5 charges, and each time you use it, it's gonna decrease charge, heal you a specific amount, stuff like this. Um, I'm gonna also make video about how to use my skill tree from the skill tree tutorial to increase charges or heal amount by using skill tree. That's why I'm making this tutorial, how to make Flask, because I'm gonna use it in my skill tree tutorial. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make this short video. So important, I'm using the files that I'm using for my tutorials because they kind of work with each other. With my skill tree tutorial, ability, it's all connected. So I recommend you can watch the stats system tutorial if you want to know how to make like healing and stuff. But you don't need to watch if you just want to see how to make, if you already got healing stat system and healing, you can just see how to make the flask. So anyway, to start, we gonna go in UI and I'm gonna make new, just ignore anything here from all my tutorials. As I say, we're gonna go into widgets, blueprint, user blueprint widget, and I'm gonna name it so I'm gonna make Health Flask. Open that, or you can name it whatever you want, portion or heal flask, anything you like. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do size box, and then I'm gonna do border. Do I need a border? Maybe I don't need a border. Actually, I'm gonna put overlay. Yeah, so we're gonna have size box. I'm gonna overwrite 100 by 100. Choose here. Where is it? Design on screen. So it's exactly this shape. Okay. Actually, no, I need a border. Because borders gonna be the picture. As you see, add border, and then to the border I'm gonna do image slot. I got something like this, and that's gonna be my border. And then I'm gonna add overlay. Then go overlay. So to overlay, I want to add image. Okay, and I want this image to be the middle, exactly in the middle. Okay, so the size may be a little bit bigger, 50 by 50. Maybe do, yeah, 50 by 50, and just make sure it's on the middle. And I'm gonna choose my portion. It's a little bit too big. Okay, it's 50 by 50 image, but I need to make it a little bit smaller. Okay. Yeah. I was looking. Where is it? Yeah, I was looking. I was like, where's the image? Okay. Yeah. So 50 by 50 image. That should do. And then another thing I'm gonna add is another size box. Okay, and this size box gonna be quite small. Let's say 15 by 15, something like that, maybe a bit bigger. And I want it in this corner. And I'm gonna just add padding of 20, maybe 15. It's somewhere in this place, and I'm gonna add text to it. Okay, the text is way too big. So I'm gonna make maybe 5. I wanna just one letter. Make sure it's on the middle. It's way too small. I'm not gonna lie. I think the size box could be a little bit bigger. Okay, maybe something like this. Maybe 10 by 10, no, 12. And the text itself gonna be bigger. Maybe, yeah, no, something like that. That would do. Okay, so make sure the text is set as a variable, and I'm gonna name it quantity. Okay, and that would do. So we save, and we're gonna go into graph now. So on construct, so one thing, if you watch my tutorial, you know what is it. If you haven't, go create interface, and then I've got component manager. So go create an interface. If you don't know how to create interface, you can search blueprint interface. Once you create it, it's got something like this, and go like get player character. Just make player character and put as third person character, or wherever your main blueprint is, the character blueprint. And then you want to go to that blueprint. You want to add this interface here. So to add interface, you go here into class settings, and then you got interfaces, and you can add it here. You just press add and add it here. And then when you do interfaces, and then you get player character, and then you connect with self, and it's work. And then why are we doing it here? Because I'm gonna get player character. That's not what I need. Where is it? Get player character, and get player character message. We're using that interface, and we're gonna create variables. So now we go reference to our player, and that's it for now. Okay, so another thing now you wanna do, we're gonna create a component for our health flask. So what we're gonna do, just make a folder with the blueprint components, and here just open blueprint and actor component. I'm gonna name it Health Flask. Okay, so once you have it, we're gonna add variable. So we're gonna add variable current charges, and that's gonna be integer. We're gonna add another one, which is gonna be max charges, and another one kill amount, which is gonna be float. Okay, so you save it, and we're gonna create function now, kill. Okay, so you got the function heal. So first of all, we're gonna check if the current, so we set current charges, let's say we go 4 and 4, yeah, 3 and 3. So that's how many flasks you got available to use. So you're gonna use current charges and we're gonna make sure it's greater than 0. And it's greater than 0. You're gonna decrease it. So you can do it, get current charge, and you can do minus minus, and that's gonna decrease by 1. And then just set new one, the new current charge. Here we go. That's how you're gonna set new current charge. And then what you wanna do, so if you watch tutorial about start system, I'm gonna use it now. Get component by class start system. Yeah, from that start system I'm gonna use heal function. Obviously you may have your own, like if you have your own healing system and stuff, just connect it here in this point. If you don't, you can watch my stats tutorial. If you already watch it, you know what to do. Then we're gonna do healing amount. So let's say the basic healing amount is 20. Yeah, 20. That's what I'm gonna do tutorial with my skill tree. I'm gonna show you how to increase charges and healing amount with my skill tree. If you don't know my skill tree, that's my skill tree. So once you press this, it's gonna increase portion. I'm gonna change it for Health Flask probably. Yeah. So basically, I'm just showcase of my skill tree. Yeah, if you haven't watched it, I recommend. It's quite good. Got lots of functions like yeah, you can add unlock new skills, reset them, unlock abilities. Quite lots of stuff I added. You can check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna add dispatcher in this moment. I'm gonna name it update flask, and we're gonna call it on the end each time we heal. So each time we heal, we're gonna update the flask. And basically what we're gonna go now, go third person character, make sure you add it here. And that's it. You just need to add it to your third person character. And now we can go back to our Health Flask widget. And once we're here, so now we can get our Health Flask, if I find it. Yeah, no, what am I doing? No. I want to get reference to Health Flask, and I'm gonna promote it to variable. And now I'm gonna do, oh, 1 second. Okay, yeah, no, that's correct. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna make here function. So basically just to update, oh, what have I done? Back? Oh no. I'm gonna put it on bottom. Oh, okay. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's supposed to be on the top. Hey. So here we're just gonna update the text. So you get quantity and then set text by text. And what you wanna do, you want to get your Health Flask, get current charges and connect it here. And then we're gonna go back to event bar and we're gonna call it. So whenever this widget is created, it's gonna call it and check how many you got, so to update it. But another thing you have to do, you have to bind event on update, bind event to update Flask. And then you're gonna create event and connect it to update Flask. So basically each time you heal and it's called update Flask, it's gonna call this function. So it's update the number of the flask. Okay, so now we have to create. So basically we go here and we have to create some kind of HUD for like player HUD. So let's say okay, and basically just add canvas panel, and to it we're gonna add our health flask. I'm just gonna make sure size to content anchor to the corner. I'm gonna have it here. So now okay, one more thing you have to do, go in your third person character. Okay, and you wanna on event begin play. What you want to do, you wanna create widget. The widget we create is player HUD, and then we want to promote it to variable. We can promote to variable. Where is it? Yeah, you can name it, and then what you wanna do, you wanna add to viewport. We're gonna do viewport, and now it should work. Yeah, as you see, it's in the corner. Obviously, we have to be able to use the function. So for now, for testing purposes, we just gonna sorry, I have to stop recording. But I'm back now. So yeah, so as I was saying, we're gonna test it. So let's say I got here heal from previous when you press 2. So now instead of that, what we're gonna add, we're gonna do health flask, and we're gonna add heal from health flask. But to check it, actually, because as you see, we got some numbers here coming. So what I'm gonna do, I believe that's what is it. We're gonna go to our stat system, or your stat system, or you got that stamina. I'm gonna put the health. Yeah, but I'm gonna save it as 50. Okay, as you see, I got 50 health. And when I press 2, I got 70 health, and I lost 1 charge. And then 90, and then 100, because it doesn't go more than 100. But to check it out, because obviously I got 3 charges, let's say I got only 10 health. I'm gonna do 1. So 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. And you can't heal anymore, it's end up on 70. And as you see, it's worked this way. So other things we can do, I'm not gonna do it in this tutorial, but just gonna let you know. For example, you can add, where is it? You can add some animation for the heal. You can do, like, you can add animation here, or what you can do, for example, you can do animation here. So basically, whenever you play animation, so you got this function heal. Whenever you play animation, inside the animation you can have what's it called? Oh, I forgot what's it called. The dispatcher. That should have it here somewhere. Ooh, I don't have it. Oh, I was sure I have the. Oh, here. So animation notifier. Now I forgot what's it called. So yeah, you can add notification notifier, animation notifier inside. Some of you may know how to do it. Some of them you know. If you want me to make video, I can make it. Let me know in comments, and I could make video how to make animation to it. This tutorial is more about technicals, like how it actually work, but I can make with animation. So basically what you do, you got animation. Inside animation, you telling with notifier in which point you want to heal. So basically, obviously, when you pick out, for example, potion and you drinking it, in this moment you want to heal. So you tell notifier to play this function. Not this function, sorry, this function. But yeah, as I say, if you want, we can, like, I can make this kind of tutorial. Like, I can make second part of it and add animation to it. But as I say, I'm gonna definitely make my skill tree tutorial. And when you press it, it will have more charges. Okay, and that's it for now. If you enjoy, leave a like, leave a comment with suggestions, with things I can improve, make better. Anything, guys, I'm open for. Like, if you want me to make some kind of tutorial, yeah, don't hesitate, just let me know. And subscribe to not miss future videos. Okay, guys, see you later.